Hello, and thank you for joining us for our segment on More Than Just Childcare, an in-depth look at Berkshire County Head Start. The mission of Berkshire County Head Start is to enhance opportunities for success by inspiring each child's love of learning, partnering with families, advocating for equity, and fostering a connection to the community. Today we're going to be talking with a few of the staff that make that mission happen at Berkshire County Head Start. Our first visitor with us is Maybelline Burgos. Maybelline is the early education manager, and in her role, she oversees the delivery of program in the classrooms on a day-to-day basis throughout Berkshire County. Maybelline, what is early education at Berkshire County Head Start?
So early education at Berkshire County Head Start is the foundation that we give to our kiddos to be prepared emotionally, academically, mentally, physically. We build those skills that they need for school and life.
So what sets a Berkshire County Head Start curriculum apart from any other options available to young kids in our community?
Yeah. So our curriculum is play-based, research-driven. It's tailored to each child's learning individually needs. We also bring it's very culturally, so we bring a second language. Part of our kiddos, a lot of them that we serve are Spanish speaking. So we deliver that as a second language for them to be successful and to also have fun with it.
That's great. So talk to me a little bit more about the staff. We all understand a staff is what makes the experience for everyone. How are our staff integral in delivering that experience for the kids?
So our staff is more than just teachers. They do more than teaching. They're professionals that we also in Berkshire County Head Start are been part of their growth and development. We are connected with different colleges to build our teachers and their professional needs, whether that is for to be with us or for their own life, right? We don't hold hostage our professionals, right? And they deliver, build relationship with our kids, with our families. They also are that key foundation and element that the kids need and that we all need, provide that nurturing and safe environment for our families and kids. They build relationship with our families as well. They build those skills, those basic skills that our kids need, whether that is tying their shoes, whether they're using the bathroom, right? And they are the key element to Berkshire County Head Start and what we need and our children's need to be successful in life.
Excellent. So Berkshire County Head Start serves kiddos from 2 years, 9 months through the time they enter kindergarten, right?
Correct.
What program delivery options exist to support the kids in that age range? Because developmentally, 2.9 to 5 is a big range.
It
right?
is.
So how does Head Start meet those varying needs?
So we're very flexible. We have flexible options for our families. So we provide morning care, afternoon. We do wraparound care for our families. We have different programs such as home base. We meet the families where they're at to deliver those skills to bring them into a classroom setting. That being said, we also have ACE-PACE. ACE-PACE is a program that provides that opportunity of families and children that never had a classroom experience. So we prepare our kids there and the families who are never seen a classroom setting for our kiddos to give them the skills that they need to actually be in a classroom setting. We also provide a dual language classroom for our kiddos that only speak Spanish. We help them deliver that or teach them that second language in English. And we also provide English speakers with that second language in Spanish. And so we have many options to support our children and families and whatever is gonna work for them.
That's great. So it sounds like when we have children that aren't necessarily ready to come in the classroom, we have program options that go out into the community.
Correct.
That's great. Yeah. So the classroom-based programs, where are they currently in Berkshire County?
So we have a site in North Adams. We have one at Muddy Brook. We have our biggest classrooms and facility in Pittsfield. We have about 8 classrooms there, and we also have one at Conti in Pittsfield.
Excellent. So pretty well spread throughout the Berkshires. You can
Correct.
get to a program somewhere.
Yes.
And if you can't, we'll come to you, right? Perfect.
Correct.
I love that.
And if we can, we'll build the need and talk to others so we can provide that service there, hopefully.
Wonderful. Okay. So one of the biggest functions of the Head Start program, going all the way back to the founding of the Head Start Act in the 60s during the Johnson administration, is to prepare kids to enter kindergarten. Because the theory is, if a child is ready to learn, that is an indicator for success over their lifetime. So how does the early education experience and what your team does at Berkshire County Head Start meet that kindergarten readiness objective?
Correct. So kindergarten readiness is the key. It's the heart of what we do, right? It's what we do to provide our kids with those life experiences that I was talking about earlier. We build them with confidence, independence, and academically of what they're going to need, whether that is in school and in life.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Maybelline. Well, it's great to understand a little bit more about early education, the experiences that our kiddos and our families get as a result of that experience at Head Start, and how our families, whether they're with us now or may choose to come join us down the road, the kind of experiences that they'll get with us. So,
Yes.
thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
We're here with Jen Falconer. Jen is the Family Engagement Manager at Berkshire County Head Start. Jen, what does that mean? What is family engagement at Berkshire County Head Start?
Family engagement at Berkshire County Head Start is relationship building with our families. We understand that families are their child's first teacher. We want to foster and support that relationship with their child. Each family is assigned a family advocate that works with them to help set goals with their children as long as family goals. The family advocate helps support them in achieving these goals, and that could be with connecting them with different resources in the community or fostering relationships with other parents to help build a support network. We have family engagement events at Berkshire County Head Start, opportunities for families to be in the classroom, connecting to what the child is learning. We call them celebrations of learning, or field trips like apple picking, connecting with other families, and again, connecting their real life experience to our curriculum. When we go apple picking, our curriculum is trees, so they can bring that back to the classroom. We also have our Families Empower, where families and the community agencies meet monthly to understand how our program works and have a voice in the decision-making process of our program. This helps families understand that they have a voice in their child's education and gives them the leadership skills to participate in future education needs like the PTO or fundraising events when they go to public school.
Great. So you highlighted, I think, something that's foundational to the Head Start program, going back to the 60s when Head Start started, which is that we understand that at home, the parents are the child's first teachers, right? It doesn't start in our walls at Head Start, it starts at home. So what does the engagement department do to support families in that understanding?
Each family is an expert on their child. They know their child's strengths, their temperament, their needs, their favorite thing, what comforts them. It's important information that the family advocate gathers to help each child support transitions, learning, and in the classroom to individualize. We gather this information starting with the application. We ask about the adults in that child's life. We identify supports. It allows us to help them connect with community resources that they may not know about. We have home visits, so the teachers have a home visit and the family advocates also go into the home and to help build that relationship Teachers bring pictures or objects from the classrooms that the child is familiar with, and then the family advocates take pictures in their space so that they can also bring in that classroom so we can foster that homes to school connection. They discuss goal setting with the family and maybe gaps in maybe medical or dental needs and identifying other community resources that could help that benefit from that family, that they could help them support.
Awesome. So how do you make the connection between families and those important community resources that exist?
So an important part of the family advocate's job is to be out in the community and connecting families with resources. So we bring in other community agencies into our center to connect families. So sometimes if you came at pickup or drop off, there would be WIC or housing there to answer your questions. We have a department meetings monthly, and we bring different agencies in to discuss and let us know what their process is, so how we can help better support families if they need housing, if they need WIC, if they need transitional assistance, BCA, SAG, all of those connections we make. And then we have our family advocates go into the communities, and they are part of community meetings, such as a Young Parent Collaborative. We have resource fairs, and we bring different agencies in so that parents can come through the fair, have some fun activities. We do face painting and stuff while parents can connect with those resources, get applications, talk to somebody further. And we also have the warm handoff. FAs make connections with agencies and help the family by making that phone call prior and having a name and a number for somebody, so when that family calls, they're anticipating their call, and they already know a little bit about them. So it's a little easier for the family. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes those applications for mass health or for fuel assistance, they can be daunting. There's a lot of information on them. So our family advocates can sit down and help support and help fill those out and kind of know exactly the steps and the information. We even gather information for kindergarten registration. We have your birth certificates, we have your immunizations, so we can make copies of those through the child's file when you're ready to go to kindergarten.
That's great. So we all know that there's a tremendous number of resources out there in Berkshire County, organizations that support our families in all different ways. How can those organizations partner with Berkshire County Head Start to ensure that we're providing like this holistic support and holistic approach to the families?
Well, Berkshire County Head Start represents 32 cities and towns in Berkshire County. So we are going to be starting a new venture called an Engagement Advisory Council, and we're inviting community agencies to participate in that. We want to assess the needs of the community, identify gaps in service, and really discuss how we can serve those gaps. Like, what can we do about those, right? We also already have connections with community agencies like the Pittsfield Housing Authority. We provide, our family advocates go into the housing complexes. We offer outreach events, literacy events once a month. And we did two resource fairs at those complexes. One was at Dower Square in Pittsfield, and the other one was at Wilson Park, just to help those families that are living in, like Dower Square. We know that there's 32 children from the ages of 0 to 5 living in those complexes. So we want to reach those children with either home-based, with ACE-based, going into center-based. So we have connections with those. We have Berkshire County Head Start holds the grant for the Coordinated Family and Community Engagement grant through the Department of Early Education and Care, which was my previous job, and I was the coordinator, and that provides literacy-based playgroups and family education opportunities. That we hold the one for Pittsfield, but there's also 5 other coordinators around Berkshire County that we have strong connections with. Our family advocates go there. They can use them as resources. They can partner with them to do parent ed. So we have those options to strengthen our community reach. We also have a lot of our senior leadership sits on boards for other agencies in the community, so that they can be talking about, families, what they need, assessing the community.
That's great. And if there's organizations out there that serve a lot of the same families we do, all they need to do is reach out to us to
Yes.
figure out how we can partner, right?
Yep, you can reach out to me. You guys can come into our family engagement meeting and talk to our family advocates. You guys can come to a resource fair. You can come sit at our site and set up a table during like one of our art shows or one of our open houses so that families can talk directly to you and get more information.
That's great. So understanding that kindergarten readiness is a focus of the Head Start experience, how does the Family Engagement Department at Berkshire County Head Start prepare the child and the family for kindergarten?
Well, all of the departments that you're going to see on the show today, we work collaboratively with education, student supports, and family engagement so that all the needs of those children are met. The Family Engagement Department encourages family engagement in a child's life increases a child's school success, and also so does attendance. So we are the people that call if your child is not there. We talk about attendance. We try to figure out if it is a transportation issue, if it is we problem solve that with you so that child can get the most benefit from attending every day and being in our center. We also support and do at our sites kindergarten registration right at our sites. We work with all the school departments. I mean, we have a lot of kids that are in the Pittsfield site that maybe go to Dalton, go to Clarksburg, go to Cheshire, depending on where their parent works. So we work with all those school districts. We get the applications, we figure out what the process is, what they need, and then we have those events at our centers so parents can come, fill out whatever application they need at those things, and we work closely and get them with the school system.
That's great. Jen, thank you for your insight on how family engagement works at Berkshire County Head Start.
Thank you.
We're here with Shauna Shippey, who is the Support Services Manager at Berkshire County Head Start. Shauna, what is Support Services at Berkshire County Head Start?
So the Support Services team networks with the classroom and the teachers to go in and provide social emotional experiences for children. And we also can offer additional resources, additional information, or additional materials for children so they can be individualizing their learning and feel successful and confident when they're in the classroom. But essentially what we do is offer another level of support for families and for children. So if they're facing some challenges or difficulties, they have as many resources as possible to navigate during that time.
Excellent. So it sounds like there's a relationship that your department creates between the classroom environment, the student, and then the family outside of the classroom. How does your team facilitate that?
Absolutely. We have a team of social emotional specialists that work with the classrooms. So every student, every family has an opportunity to meet us, but if we have a child that we want to work with more specifically, we reach out to that family and the specialist will set up a meeting that involves the teacher and the advocate and of course the family and all the important grown-ups in that child's life. And we all come together and sit down and say, what can we do in this moment to offer additional supports for this child to be the most successful they can be? And then we take what's working at home and what the advocate has talked about, and everyone talks about different strengths and weaknesses and what we can do to better the opportunities for family success, not just child success. And then we follow up with that and make an individualized plan that works, and if it doesn't work, we meet again and we fix the plan and add more details, or we might take something out. It's a work in progress, but it's very collaborative, so the teachers will talk with the specialist in the moment and say, hey, come on over here and have a look, and what do you think? And maybe we'll do something different that day based on what is the need of the moment. But it definitely takes the entire team to make that happen.
Okay. And are you able to meet all the needs with the team that you have in-house, or do you partner with organizations outside of Berkshire County Head Start to be able to support the needs of families?
As you know, nobody has all the answers, so I want to make sure that we have as many resources as possible. And I love that we can collaborate with different agencies. We have several community agencies that we work with. We work with pediatricians, we work with local mental health agencies, we work with so many different people to come in. Like if a family really needs something that we can't provide, we want to make sure that we can network and give them the answers that they're looking for. So I want to have that connection where maybe I don't know, right? Maybe it's something I can't do in-house, and I can make that phone call and say, hey, we're working with this family, and they're really trying to navigate something that I can't help with. What do you have going on there that you might be able to help me to help them? And then they will come to one of those meetings, and they'll be a part of that team. It's a really beautiful thing to do.
That's great. So it sounds like there's a very strong relationship between the members on your team, the families in need, regardless of what their need is, and the various providers in the community that can support or augment what we're able to do in-house.
Yes, that is our goal.
That's great. So I understand that Berkshire County Head Start has a social emotional curriculum to support students in their unique needs.
Alice Pals. We have Alice Pals, which is very nice, and it's a research-based curriculum to help with social emotional experiences. And it does not take the place of what the teachers are doing amazingly every single day to help support social emotional learning. It is in addition to that. So one of our social emotional experts will go in with a lesson that aligns with the curriculum they're already doing, and it will just be something extra for the kids to learn those self-regulation tools, confidence, resiliency. We use puppets, we use all kinds of different props to make the kids feel comfortable. But again, because they know the specialists, they're already comfortable with them, and that helps when they're doing a little puppet show. It's a lot of reiteration of things that they're already hearing, but just to make it a solid foundation so that the child feels they have the skills. If they're feeling scared, or if they want to talk about something they might have anxiety over, or something as simple as just boundary issues. Just another layer to help those children be successful in every way.
Okay. And your team supports all the children in the program, not just children with
Absolutely.
identified needs?
Yes, we do it all. The emotional support experts go in once a week to do the Alice Pals curriculum, so that's a weekly lesson. And they have assigned classrooms that they work with. And then on top of that, if there's a child that needs a little bit extra, we can give them an individualized plan, and that's when we can meet and talk with the families a little bit beyond just going weekly for a large lesson and make it more individualized and specific for whatever that child needs.
That's great. So we also understand, right, that a big emphasis for Head Start, the Head Start experience, is this kindergarten readiness. How does the support services department really prepare children and their families to be ready to go into kindergarten?
Yeah, I think it's really, we're finding more and more that there's a lot of challenges and some difficulties with that transition from preschool to kindergarten. And it's a scary thing for children to go from one environment to another where it's a little bit more structured and there's new faces and new people. And self-regulation is a huge part of that. So I think that one of the things we offer that's very valuable is the individualized attention to how can we manage those big feelings? How can we work through things if we're feeling scared? Giving children a way to express if they need extra help when they go outside of our walls into a new environment. And we also are lucky that we have the kindergarten teachers come in and meet those children if we're able to in the districts. We reach out, we build a relationship ahead of time so that we know we can say, this child might need a little help with this. This is what we've experienced. Maybe even reference that plan that I talked about earlier if that child had a plan and say, this is what we talked about and this is what this family might need more of. And then the teachers at that school are prepared to help them with that ahead of time instead of finding out after the fact. And I think it's very valuable so they can continue to learn uninterrupted. And all that social emotional stuff, it's just like adults, right? We can't function if our social emotional is a little out of sorts.
Right.
How are we going to learn all this other stuff? And the more we can do that for kids before they enter the elementary school level, the better.
And so what role does your team play in being able to work with the public schools to ensure that, individualized plans are made for the kiddos before they get to kindergarten?
They can reach out to the kindergarten teachers when we have them ahead of time. The kids that we know will say this child we know is going into this classroom, and this teacher will meet with one of our specialists and talk about what they can do to support versus what they can't and what we've done, and hopefully bring the parent in so the parent can have those conversations of here's what I'm looking to have happen, and that can be supported cohesively.
That's great. Shauna, thank you for your insights and helping us understand a little bit more about what support services at Berkshire County Head Start is all about.
Happy to be here, Hunter. Thank you.
So in closing, we've heard and understood that at Berkshire County Head Start, the program is more than just childcare. There is an emphasis on the importance of an academic curriculum. There is a family engagement component that ties the experience that the children get with the classroom environment together with the learning and support of families and the support services department that really provides not just comprehensive social emotional support to the classroom for all children, but also connects with the individualized needs and supports those families in getting the resources, whether they're in-house or somewhere else in the community, to every child that needs them. So for those that are interested in learning more about Berkshire County Head Start, you can reach out to Berkshire County Head Start directly through our main phone line, 413-499-0137. We also have a tremendous amount of information at www.berkhs.org. And there is always an opportunity to plug in or connect with Berkshire County Head Start in some way, shape, or form. And we do have some exciting upcoming activities where we're engaging with the public in different and exciting ways, including our 60th anniversary birthday party that'll be held on Thursday, September 18th at the Meadow Lane site at 1 Meadow Lane in Pittsfield, as well as our first ever development event, 60 Years of Bright Beginnings, where we'll celebrate community partners, funders, and educators who have made a difference over the last 49 years of existence of Berkshire County Head Start. And that'll be October 11th at Hotel North in Pittsfield.